Hey, beautiful biscuits. Is it the most Thanksgiving time of the year? So, I love answering tag questions. I think it's so much fun. I know it's like old school YouTuber style, but this millennial mama just, loves her old school YouTube. I wish in parts that social media would get back to what it used to be. I love that Instagram used to be for beautiful, amazing photos. And I love that YouTube used to be just a really great vlogging space. And I feel like they've both diverted from those. And so one of my early New Year's resolutions is just kind of get back to the parts of social media that I love as a mom, as a watcher of social media, as a businesswoman, as a creative brain, is I just want to get back to what I love. So I'm doing tags. So I thought this was a really good tag. It is the Thanksgiving tag for business women, business mamas. I think it could be either one. I think just, ladies in business. And I think there's some unique, really questions, good questions for that. And if I could learn to speak, that would be helpful. Can you tell that I speak on camera all the time for vlogging? No, you can't. But I am, man, it's really making me enjoy creating things again for my business, of giving myself the space to enjoy each different platform for what it is, or for what I want it to be compared to what it is. Okay, I'm gonna get started on the tag question. I may goldfish brain divert to other subjects, but we're gonna try to get going because you know what, us business ladies, we're busy. We got things to do, places to be, children to feed snacks to while we try to multitask on our phone and computers, and we're like, eat these goldfish crackers, let me do work. Oh no, I have to pay attention to you. It is a constant back and forth. Okay, first question is, do you work every day? Yes, I would say I do work-related stuff every day, 7 days a week, which I'm really debating with myself. And I'm going to be totally honest. This is going to be a very honest, maybe too honest video. But I feel like women in business don't talk enough about it. And, oh boy, I really struggle with the idea of doing a little bit of work here and there every single day so that everything gets done. Or really putting like a divider in my life. Because right now my work is very much just integrated into part of my life. It just is. Like, so much of my creative ideas and concepts and everything, it's just all very intertwined with my daily life. There's not a big separation. It's not like I go to the office and then I come home and I'm totally off from the office. And I don't know if that's healthy or not. My marker for that kind of stuff, about working every day is, am I feeling burnt out? Then I know I'm doing too much, right? Because then I'm not productive in any part of my life, my personal life, my family life, my creative life, my work life. So if I'm not feeling burnt out and I feel like it's a good balance, that I'm okay with doing little bits of work here and there every day so that I can integrate it into my life in a way where I'm living this life that I want with my family, and I'm also working this lifestyle in a way that I want, because there are definitely days that are like heavy duty work days. My romance novels have been turned into a streaming series this year, and when we have filming days for that, that's a big intense day to film for that. And then when I'm doing Patreon content, sometimes that can be a whole day of live chatting, AMAing, Ask Me Anything. Is what AMA is. I got asked that question once. What is that? Ask Me Anything. Filming reels and videos for on Patreon. And then of course, there's Instagram and there's YouTube and everything. So there can be big chunks where it's like a really solid work day. And then some point during that week, I want to take a day where there's very little work. I do think I work, if I'm being totally honest, I do think I do some sort of work every single day. Yeah. And maybe that's just part of being self-employed, is that, I'm the breadwinner for our family. I provide for our family. And so I feel a real obligation and a great way to create and make fun things. I also just really love what I do. I think if I didn't love it, I wouldn't work every day, but I really like what I get to do. I really enjoy the creative side. I enjoy getting to talk with people and learn about themselves and their idea of the fantasy world of wonderful romance novels or of self-care. Yeah, I really enjoy. So I do work every day. I will admit that. I know some people are going to be like, that's really unhealthy. And I haven't decided yet how I want my day to look. I always think this is really important, is how do you want your days to work? How do you want to create a life that has the week, the days, the months, the years that you want to be living? And I kind of like the balance overall. But then part of me thinks, oh, well, maybe I should have more normal workflow where I have days off, but I don't know, I love what I do. So I do work every day. Let's see, how do you take Thanksgiving off when you run your own business? So this has shifted over the years. I used to do big releases in November, December, and I would get so stressed and burnt out. They used to be some of the busiest months for me. And November, this month, is still really busy for me because it's my request only month on Patreon. So it's a really big month where we like triple the amount of content out. It's all requested by patrons on there. So it's like a really big work-wise month for me. But I've pulled back on, like, I would always do romance novellas this time of year. So like a Thanksgiving one or a Christmas one or a Hanukkah one or some kind of wintry one. And I found that I was just putting too much on my plate, that I couldn't enjoy the holidays. It was stressing me out. I would get sick every year. November, pretty much every year, I tend to get like pre-pneumonia and bronchitis. And so I'm trying to take better care of myself this year and give myself the space to not be doing everything. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. I've seen that meme go around the internet. And I think it's true. You can do anything. You can't do everything. My kiddos are really young. They're going through a season of life where they really need me a lot right now. And not just, you know, for hugs and, oh, it's all good, but for conversations and learning and really, you know, my 8-year-old and my 1.5-year-old really need me right now. So I'm having to give them a lot of focus and our family a lot of focus. So I've just tried to learn to balance that, but to take time off at Thanksgiving, if you run your own business, you have to carve that time out. Haha, pun intended, because you're a turkey. I'm a turkey. No, bok, bok, bok. Wait, turkeys don't go bok, bok, gobble, gobble? Who knows? We love the turkey book on, it's like on Kids Kindle. It's like the Christmas turkey, and he's worried that people are going to eat him for Christmas because he survived Thanksgiving, so he goes to Santa Claus. It's really funny. So you really have to carve it out, though. You have to be super intentional if you want to be able to take the Thanksgiving season off, you know, for a week or a couple days or however you want to do that. Maybe you want to take off the whole month. That would be awesome. You have to be really intentional. If I'm being totally honest, if you run your own business, you got to be intentional with how you're doing that. You can't just manifest it out of thin air. You have to arrange your year, not just your month, your year, in a way where you can take the Thanksgiving season off. Because there have been times where I've just hosed myself. I've been like, I'm going to commit to all of this stuff. And you know what? It was not the life that I wanted to be living, right? I wanted to live a life where I could be mellow and hang out on Thanksgiving with my family and enjoy. Something I've started really doing the last couple of years is I stopped filming family get-togethers. So when I was vlogging all the time, and I still vlog a ton, but I don't now vlog family get-togethers, I would always be stressed to be like, oh, I gotta get some footage for the vlogs, for our day in the life. And now when we have family get-togethers, I rarely even take photos. I should take more photos just for us to have, because I'm really trying to be present in the moment for that. So I've really tried to partition off and differentiate work stuff from life stuff a bit more, because they were bleeding into each other a little bit too much. And that includes like Thanksgiving stuff, trying to film while you're doing Thanksgiving. It can be really hectic. It can be crazy. Okay. Oh wait, is this the next question? What's the best part of running your own business at Thanksgiving in particular? Setting your own hours. Heck yeah. I love that about working for myself, is setting my own hours. Obviously, I'm working every day of the week, but setting your own hours is wonderful at Thanksgiving. You know, if the kids are out of school or you're taking a little break from homeschool, you can spend more time with them. You decide when you work where. You can decide if you want to do Thanksgiving things for your business, whether it's a product or a video or a photo, you know, however you want to do that, you get to kind of decide, and you get to have a little bit more freedom. And I think freedom at Thanksgiving, at the holidays in general, is so nice about owning your own business. Is the holiday season your busiest time of the year? Oh, okay, so going back to what I had said, it used to be super busy, and now I kind of keep it a little bit quieter. This year I'm feeling a little stressed out, like, should I be pushing more at the end of the year, or should I just enjoy the year we've had? You know, I've learned lots this year. I've stretched out into different ventures that I was really excited about. Not all of my ventures have come to fruition. Some of that stuff's going to happen next year, and I'm trying to be patient, which is not my skill. I'm not a patient person. So I struggle with that a little bit of, not even imposter, just like anxiety of, am I doing enough? If I'm not running myself into ground, am I working hard enough? And that's something I always struggle with. Is, if I'm not half dead from overwork, am I working enough? And the answer is yes. Yes, I totally can be. But I'm trying to really integrate that into my psyche in a way where I feel that instead of just thinking it. So what was the question? Oh, busiest time of the year. So no, I would not say this is my busiest time of the year, because I've purposely learned from my big mistakes and decided that I don't want it to be busiest work-wise. This year I was really thinking about doing a holiday romance novel, and I just couldn't. It was going to take me, to finish writing that novel was going to take me so much time away from the kids that I just decided to wait. I have a back catalog of novels that you guys are welcome to go check out. They're all on Kindle, so they're really easy. You can go grab yourself a copy. I linked down in the description box. But this year I was like, instead of writing new novels and adding to that, I'm going to work on turning them into a streaming series. And that's something that I've wanted to do for years. Even before I'd written my first novel, I was like, oh, I would love to turn books one day into streaming series. So purposely, I've tried to make this a less insane time of year, because it's more important to me to have a cozy family life than to just be running myself into the ground with this perceived idea of, oh, I'm going to be efficient. I'm going to be so productive. Okay. Would you rather have loads of success and no free time, or a small business and lots of free time? Lots of free time. I mean, as long as my needs are met, and that's I've been there with my business when it did not meet my needs. How were we going to buy food that month? Oh my goodness, my son needed shoes, and I really had to think about that. But as long as my needs are met, and I feel incredibly fortunate to be able to say that, because I've been in places where I'm trying to start this business, trying so hard, and it's such a struggle. But you do reach that point where do you want to keep expanding this business and shrinking your life, or do you want to expand your life and maybe keep your business smaller? And I think it's really important to have a life that is worthy of joy and just sparkles with magic. So I'd rather have the magic and the free time, because all the gold in the world, right, at a certain point it just starts weighting you down and drowning you in your own business, and I don't think anybody wants that. What is something you are grateful for about your business? Thanksgiving gratitude. I give a lot of thanks for being, and I mean this truly deeply, that I get to do something that I'm passionate about, that people are interested in. Boy, it's so funny, because beginning of this year, my daughter's birthday, her first birthday, we were all looking back at old photos of us, and I have been interested in photography and filmmaking since I was younger than my son is now. So to be able to get to do that is just so incredibly special to me. I love that. I love that I get to be creative for work. It just fills my heart up with a level of happiness that's hard to describe. But when you find your passion, and you find my audience is very small. I know that. I know I'm a small fish, but I have so much gratitude that I get to make things that I'm passionate about and that I love sharing, and that fill me with joy on all my platforms. From YouTube to Instagram to OnlyFans to Patreon. I love all the stuff that I'm putting on these platforms, and that makes me really happy that I get to do that. What did you do to celebrate your first big business milestone? Ooh, that's a good question. When I got my first novel published, I bought myself some cheeses, some tasty cheeses from Trader Joe's, and ate those. You know what? I have not been good about celebrating work milestones. And I think it's because in my mind, only some giant milestone would count, nothing little. And I'm trying to work next year about celebrating the milestones. Like last year for Christmas, I bought myself a little necklace, just a little small thing. It was not like some diamond encrusted thing. It was just like a little small necklace. And I was like, oh, this is celebrating. Not that I had some amazing year or anything, or that like I beat all these goals, but just that I'd gotten through the year. I was happy with the work I had created, and so I got myself a little tiny necklace. And I'm trying to work and be better about celebrating those milestones, because, you know, life is made up of milestones, right? The end of the path, you get there through every single step that you take. And if you aren't celebrating the steps, then you kind of miss the forest through the trees, you know? So yeah, I'm working on that. I can't say that I have done anything big to celebrate. I should really do that. That's important. And it's something that I am conscious of wanting to work on. Boy, that's so tricky, because, you know, I'm such a, just keep going, keep swimming, keep swimming. Dory the fish. Can you tell I'm watching a lot of Disney Plus? I do. Okay, biscuits. That is the Thanksgiving tag for business ladies. Oh, yeah. I liked answering those questions. I hope you liked listening. Give me an answer to your favorite tag question down below. I would love to hear it. And I will see you over on Instagram and Patreon. Love y'all, biscuits.